Heyo friendos, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we have a very exciting day ahead of us. We are going to be trying out the new Amunet Nu palette from Adept Cosmetics. Now, if you haven't heard of them, they are an indie brand out of Wyoming, USA. I had been eyeing this palette for a long time and I decided that I would get it for myself for my birthday once I saw they had a sale on it. So in a few minutes, we're gonna do some swatches and then we're gonna dive right in and see what we think of the palette overall. You guys, just stay tuned. So before I zoom you guys in, I have a bit of a concern that I wanted to tell you guys about. This is a concern on my end, it might not be for you. So I was pretty excited when I ordered this palette because I thought that I was ordering from an indie brand where this was going to be manufactured in Wyoming. And I feel like I saw plenty of, I don't want to say ads, but I saw plenty of posts around this brand that made me think that it's all being done in Wyoming. I got the palette and it is made in Shanghai. $56 palette. An indie brand. Made in Shanghai. I'm not too thrilled about that. I went online and I started doing a little research into the company. And they did have it up on their website on the FAQ that although some of the ingredients are sourced worldwide, the packaging and everything, it's all put together in China and then shipped out. And I don't want to come down too hard about this because, I mean, truly big brands do this sometimes as well, and I don't like that either, but I feel like the company made it easy to believe that this was all being done in Wyoming. And if I hadn't done a little bit of a deep dive, I wouldn't have known that information until the palette came. So I'm trying not to be too sour about this. I still want to give this palette a go and see what we think. So let's get started. Here she is, friendos. It's very pretty packaging. This is supposed to be upcycled materials. And inside, it looks very similar to a ABH palette. We have 12 pans. They all look gorgeous in person. I can't wait to try them out on my eyes, so let's go ahead and get into that. Friendos, these shades have some very interesting names. I may mispronounce a few of them today, just to be honest. I'm not well versed in Egyptian mythology, which apparently I think this is supposed to be Egyptian themed. I did look up that Amunet is supposed to be a primordial goddess in an ancient Egyptian religion. Other than that, some of these names, I'm not gonna know most of them. I know Osiris, Anubis, everything else, no, I don't know. So if I mispronounce something, you guys just forgive me. And if you know the right pronunciation, then feel free to leave that in the comments down below. I'm always up to learn something new. So we will start out with going into the shade Amon, and this is sort of a dusty rose color. I'm using the end of a crappy Anastasia brush just to get that color down. And it is blending out really nicely. It's going on very pigmented from the get-go. Then I'm going to go in with the grayish lavender shade Horus. Same brush. Again, I am well pleased with how this is performing straight out the gate. I'm having a little bit of trouble blending this out, but this is 100% my fault. I really need to pluck my eyebrows because I keep seeing powder getting kind of lost in there. Next up, we'll go in with the magenta purple shade Ta. And this really is just going on super smooth. These purples are very nicely formulated. And these colors are so pretty. I had such a hard time figuring out what I wanted to do next. But I think that we should go in with the purple shade Anubis. And this seems to have different little shades of sparkles in it. Looks like we have some gold, some pink, maybe a little blue in there. Let's try it out. So on my NJC E09, we'll dip in. And this is without any spray. That is shockingly good to not have been sprayed. Do we want to see it sprayed though? Do we? Do we?
No.
My sister says no. I say yes. Let's try it out. Then on my Units 201 brush, we'll go in with the shade Hathor. Okay, so this is looking kind of funky. This.
She's playing with it.
Sorry, we have a kitty interruption. Are you quite done? Just kidding. All right, so this is looking like a beauty bay shadow, like one of the shimmer shades that I don't like, where they just cave in and you can't get it on your brush. That sounded really it just caves in and you can't get it on your brush. But you guys know what I'm talking about. You just see this weird indentation and nothing's getting on your brush. So let's see, did something get on my brush? Okay, something did. Not a lot, but something. Okay, I'm going to spray and see what happens. Okay, that's where the magic happens. Then I want to go in with Nephthys. I hope I'm saying that right. It's a greenish gold shimmer. It's really pretty. I'm going to just do that on my lower lash line. Ooh, that is gorgeous. I am so shocked at how some of these shades performed without being wet. Alrighty then, friendos. This is a very colorful look. It feels kind of Mardi Gras to me. I'm gonna go finish up my other eye off camera and I'll be right back to you guys. Friendos, I got everything on and I stand by what I said. If there ever was an ultimate Mardi Gras palette, I think this is it. Like, I just look at this look and I'm like, yeah, she's ready for Mardi Gras. So let's finish off this bold look. This look is so intense. I feel like we need a highlight on a day like today. Let's get into it. So I'm using just the highlight shade and an Hourglass palette. They're all pretty much the same. So if you have an Hourglass face palette, just get the one that looks kind of skin tone and sparkly. You're gonna get the same effect. Now I'm going to line my lips with something from Adept Cosmetics. This is her Creamy Fill and Define Lip Liner in the shade Nudie. And then in the MAC Powder Kiss formula, I'm going in with the shade Date Maker. Okay, I can't get enough of this blush. We're going in with the Mellow Mauve by Makeup by Mario. So friendos, for final thoughts here today, I have quite a few. From the shades that I tried, aside from this one right here that I have in my inner corner, They were all super easy to apply. They blended out very well. Probably one of the best formulations of eyeshadows I've ever tried. I absolutely will dive back in so that we can get a feel for the other shades, see if there's anything else that maybe you guys need to know about. But my first impression is phenomenal palette. Like, this is such a pretty look. If you like something kind of weird, ethereal, alien-like, I think you'd really enjoy this. But with that said, I do have a few concerns to bring to your attention. And I feel bad about doing this, but again, this is an indie brand. This is someone who has very good control over what happens with every aspect of manufacturing, with distribution and everything. I had to take a pause before I bought this because in looking at the rules for returning something, they seem slightly egregious. For example, if you got your palette and let's say a few shades were broken in it, it looks like online that they would only be willing to send you out those shades that got broken, not a full new palette. That just kind of doesn't sit right with me. You also have only 2 days to file a claim with the company before they just say that they will ignore. I believe it said ignore your message, and that's from their own website. So I'm a little bit iffy about the brand. Also, it being made in China, that just sucks. And I won't be buying from the brand again until they make some changes. And it's a shame because, again, this is one of the most gorgeous palettes I've ever tried out on my channel. So friendos, now I want to hear from you guys. Have you tried out anything from the brand? You guys know this is my first time trying it out, but I believe their claim to fame was that plain Jane palette. I think it recently got reformulated. It looks really cool. One thing I will say for this brand, they definitely kill it when it comes to aesthetic. I just feel like I want to go on there and buy them all. Also, friendos, I really want to hear back from you. If you know how to pronounce some of these names in the palette, please let me know the pronunciations down below. I really would appreciate the help. I was trying to research this online and most of the results I got were very inconclusive. So yeah, I still don't know. So if I have any Egyptologists in my friendo family, please let me know your thoughts. I hope you all have a fantastic rest of your day. Please give this video a like if you enjoyed it. We will be doing a 2 Luxe 1 palette review very soon. And if you have not done so already, I would truly appreciate it if you subscribed, because if not, we'll both have to live in the shadow of never knowing what could have been. Alright guys, bye.